lost. No one is immune. We all will know loss when we're under the pale moon.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Welcome back. Yeah. It's Sunday night. It is after 9:30. We're playing the D&D homebrew game on a UPM gaming channel here, over on YouTube for VODs and on Twitch here as well. Almost every Sunday, as much as we can, play our homebrew game, which is now on podcast.
Yeah.
Hooray! We played last week.
We did.
That was awesome. Last week we did...
Most of us were out of town, but we still played.
Yeah, it was all in town. Ran around trying to figure out what to do and what we wanted to do. And we got, I think, an idea or a consensus by the end of it.
And we all decided to kill Jackson and eat him as a fish fry.
Yeah.
No, that's not what happened. You weren't here.
Oh.
Seems to me he tastes kind of like uncooked eel.
Oh.
It would be a fishy musk, yeah.
Ah,
Leathery too to the palate.
yum yum. Oh, man. Yeah, so we started off in the lair of the assassin leader, where we were talking back and forth through a long hallway because we were too scared to go inside the room.
She wasn't creepy at all.
Eventually, we did make our way up and speak with her briefly to get some information that she had taken a job, or she had met somebody in Sigil, the city of Doors, and had taken a
I missed
job.
that part.
And as she had taken the job, there was a certain merchant that was sent with her to oversee that it get done.
Merchandising.
We had ran him off, and he escaped back to his home plane, we believe, the elemental plane of water, after failing the job. Herself, she realized she had failed the job to an extent, but was given a second chance as the PCs gracefully left her alive with the unfinished business, and made their way across town to where Amico was and the escaped prisoners, leaving this threat behind. Making our way there, we decided a bunch of different things in the Tavern of Amico about what we wanted to do. We wanted to bring the body of our fallen companion back north. We wanted to consult with the mages there on maybe a couple different things. And then we knew that the Pathfinder Wren, who we paid a visit to, and who had unveiled a powerful magic item that we had come across, offered to bring us to Sigil, if we so wish to go there, as a means to get to different planes. If we want to go to the elemental plane of water, we want to go to the Abyss to finish a different quest, etc., etc. To do that, of course, she wants her own quest completed, in which she wants you to go through during the solstice and find the remains of her lost group. A group that was sent through this special mirror that opens every solstice and equinox to explore and bring back information. They were given special magical journals to do so, and if the people can't be recovered, she wants the information recovered at least. In exchange for that, she will bring you where you want to go and get you some guides or hook you up with whoever you need to, type thing. Other than that, I think there was maybe some side quests or things you wanted to do. You did make your way to the ship to load a couple things on, as well as talk to some past companions in getting Kai, Kara, Amico, Shaiju all interested in coming with you for the trip.
Most of the band back together.
A lot of different people. And you got two new companions as well in Bracket and Stained that we found along the way. Who
I got stuck to someone's shoe.
And you borrowed Jackson's jar.
Yeah.
So we're still in and about the city, running around doing various things, anything that needs to be done. I know we do have to pick up some armor that's being repaired.
Yes, I was just gonna say I need to pick my armor up before we leave the city.
Pick up armor, pick up any weapons, anything we had commissioned or built. Branthrin was given an exotic saddle, which fits to the Crinoceros, so he could ride it. With that,
With May's blessing. I hope.
yeah, she lent him
Something I need to do because we're on a new day.
Mm-hmm.
I had to roll for my experimental elixir, so
Nice.
I know what I have for today.
All right. So we got the elixir for today. Let's put this. Oh, is it downloads? I'll throw it. I'll put it in the D&D. I'll put the Carnoceros here. I found the little info on it. It's not a big picture, but I got other info as well. I'm just going to put them in the D&D channel as
In the
well.
Discord.
Yeah, in the Discord, as well as two of the saddles here I'll post below. Basically a pack saddle and an exotic saddle. Exotic saddle is like a saddle for a unique creature, which is what you will be given along with a pack saddle. Pack saddle can be switched out, and it'll allow the holding of gear and supplies, but not a rider, but it'll hold as much gear as the mount can actually carry. The exotic saddle itself is just for you to ride. Any saddle bags in that will only hold almost as much as a backpack, which I believe is about a cubic foot or 50 pounds of weight, as per the books themselves. That's one thing we cleaned up there for Branthrin. He was interested in that. I know, Kylok, you got your armor. You had special leather armor you were getting repaired, getting that fixed. What else were we getting fixed, made, or built in city? That was
Well, we already had the cold iron arrows made before, I think. That was one of the first things we got done when we had the box done.
We had the box done. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we had make a note here too.
Wasn't there a weapon or something somebody was having made out of the cold steel or cold iron as well?
Well, I know that you got some of the raw stuff at one time. I don't think
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
why I wanted.
We didn't do
the
anything
arrows
with it.
made. I forget how many arrows were being made.
What a quiver.
A quiver? Okay, 20.
Okay.
Jackson is going to check and see if the front-mounted ballista is attached to the ship yet.
That was the other one. That will be
yeah.
attached. That will be fixed, ready and attached, ready to go.
I think that's what some of the cold iron was for too. Was for the ballista bolts.
Maybe one or two at most.
Mhm.
Just
Well,
because
how
we
many-
keep running into the Fae.
I wasn't part of the group. I don't get anything.
I will ask Brackett if there's a way that he can imbue these arrows with a return command of some sort, or if he could research a way to do that at some point. Get back to me.
Well, how it works, I can imbue non-magical items with abilities.
Cold iron arrows would be non-magical, right?
Yes, but that's the ammunition. I can imbue the weapon.
Could
So
you
if
imbue the quiver to attract them back?
I could, but then your quiver would constantly be getting stabbed by cold iron arrows, and I don't think that...
Yeah, that might not work. Because both bows are magical, so that wouldn't help with the bows.
Let me just double check, but I think the returning has to be on the weapon, not the ammunition. But
Yeah,
let me
because
check.
the ammunition is destroyed when used, when fired.
Well, it's not always destroyed though.
No,
It's only-
50% chance of recovery. Yeah.
Jackson is going to also mess around a little bit with the board.
Yeah,
on
the returning
ship.
property only works for a simpler martial weapon with the thrown property. I can do repeating shot, but again, that's on a non-magical weapon.
No. all my weapons are magical, so I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I only carry magical weapons. I'm a magical weapon snob.
What's Jackson
I
doing?
don't carry magical weapons.
Jackson is going through the, we'll say, treasure hoard of loot on the ship
Nice.
to swap out some equipment.
Okay.
You know, Sploochy there, you should get your jar imbued with that return. In case you lose it again.
Until it breaks and then a bunch of glass shards come flying.
Yeah.
In his face.
Yeah. He'll catch him in his goo.
That doesn't seem that intuitive. That sounds rather dangerous. So I can do this. He's gonna like stretch out like a pseudopod, raising the jar higher.
Yeah, you can bring it back to himself. All right. We get whatever you need in town. Get done. You've talked to some people. What is there anything else you want to do in town? Anybody you want to see? Anything you want to go over?
I've seen everybody.
I'm good.
All right, ready to go?
We were pretty much ready. We just had the crew getting stuff and Jackson going over the final prep of the ship before, and we saw the dockmaster last time before we boarded to head toward the Elven Lands and take care of our friend, and then we'll be back in 7 short days or 8, but however long it takes to get back after the ceremony.
Yeah.
To do Ren's quest.
Takes a week or so.
I'm going to make sure that my studded leather defense is stowed in my cabin, and I think I'm going to return the fire cloak to Branthrin. I think I still have cloak of fire resistance right there because I have the cloak of protection.
Okay.
I will put it back on.
Nice. All right.
I will delete it from my inventory.
How noble.
That's how you get 2 of them. You just don't delete it from your inventory. Hey, I got that cloak in here.
I got 2 cloaks.
It's just like playing Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter Nights. I
Yeah.
get 2 of them in here. Stupid. It's gone.
It's gone. All right. Well, over the next couple of days, when you get your stuff and get ready, you're going to make your way down to the boat and start checking it out. So on the ship, we're getting ready to leave. We talked to the dockmaster. We talked to our guy at the guild house. We have the ballista affixed to the front of the ship. We have the crew walking around, helping to load things out, make repairs. We have 4 extra guests, plus ourselves, plus a body of Clairvel, plus an extra party member in either Bracket or Stained as we go on here. So we'll hang up some hammocks, make some extra room around the ship and below deck.
Stain just needs a bucket.
Yeah, I was about to ask if Stain went against the no liquids on planes policy.
I'm sure we could fit him in a travel pack.
Yeah.
Throw him in there. All right.
I'm actually going to go talk to Stain. I'm actually going to call him Stain this time because I have an actual question for him. Hey, Stain. How's your
Yeah.
how did recruiting Raoul go to the friendship club that you made? Friendship guild or whatever you're calling it.
Like more slime just oozes from like the brim of the jar. He's like kind of melts for a moment.
Was he that happy to join you?
No.
Did you talk to him? He's the big ogre over there. He still looks
Raoul
like
is
an
not
ogre.
the
right?
ogre.
He's not
He's
the.
not the ogre,
He's
no.
not. But
Raoul has never been the ogre.
Oh, no, which one's Raoul again? He's just a guy?
he's the main. He's the main ship steward
Okay.
for us.
The ship steward, yeah, okay.
He wasn't happy.
Was it?
He called me a living piss stain.
What? Stain, if his piss is that color,
Yeah.
he has other problems that he should talk to a medic about.
I don't know what the color of piss is.
You guys talk as you get underway. Take the ship out of the bay. We go sail for a little bit in the bay until we take off into the air, up into the sky, and start heading north. Gonna make our way north from the city of Ashura across the plains, the hills, the plains,
city. Yay.
the Cloud Tower Mountains to our right as we head northward. Going
Who's
through.
piloting the ship?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Jackson.
So I'm going to go up to speak to Jackson. It's an incredible craft that you have here. Might I
We
learn some of the tricks to handling it?
You're welcome to do so. Jackson will step back a little bit, let him stand at the helm. Now, I will warn you, it may not take kindly to you just on account of where we found it. The ship does have a personality.
Oh yeah. He doesn't like gnomes.
So I'll take the wheel. Well, hello, ship. What's the name of the ship?
Well, it's a bad name. We named it the Unsinkable.
Unsinkable. I am Brackett, and I'm pleased to meet you. Might I attempt to try and learn your ways? And then I'll take the wheel.
Okay. You hear a voice in your head, but no visible entity speaking to you. Very wispy and windy as it begins to talk to you, and it's say, "Oh, the hands of a gnome. I haven't felt that in quite some time."
Well, I haven't spoken to a ship in quite some time. Might I inquire how best
You've
to
done this before?
handle you?
It'll say, "Let your mind guide you through the skies. I will do the hard work. You just tell me where you wish to go."
Well, right now I'm letting the Captain Jackson here direct. I'm just trying to learn a little bit.
And I will help teach you. It's been a while since I've had gnomish hands on the wheel. The last crew didn't fare so well.
Jesus, take the wheel.
He helps you out in
Who's
certain
that?
areas as you're taking the ship up further and making turns and doing various maneuvers with the ship. He'll teach you things here and there. What his capabilities are in moving this thing and whatnot. Tells you he can go up, down,
Yep.
unlike other things. Yep.
I want to do. You can tell me if you want an insight or an investigation. I'm just trying to get a feel, like, for one, how to do this, and if, in my knowledge or my studies, I've got any ideas on things that we could do to help improve the ship.
Yeah.
Do you want an insight or investigation?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, just give me an idea behind it. So you gave me some.
So I'm going to go with investigation because I've been trying it out and
All right.
getting a feel for it. Oh, nice. That's an 18 plus investigation, 23.
All right. So using an investigation and looking at the ship and seeing how it moves and how it operates, you can see gnomish ability here. This was clearly a ship that was inspired by gnomish works at one point. You could tell somewhere distant in the past, but has a lot of odd alien workings on it as well. The magical helm, the wheel himself, coming from a different ship. It was foreign to this ship and was learning it and how it operated. He tells you about a magical device below that was used to fly the ship previously. and that it hasn't been activated. It might be something you're very interested in. It tells you about cannons that have been added and a ballista that have been added and how it's changing the weight of the ship and the maneuvers it can do and this, that, and the other thing. And you're investigating how to make adjustments maybe to those to help compensate.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, like taking that into consideration, thank Jackson for letting me look. I'm going to then like tour around the ship and make some notes for myself. Like, okay, based on we've got the weight here, you know, if we moved this here, we repositioned something else there, we might improve our maneuverability or speed or whatever. Getting ideas like that. So, thank you, Captain.
Around the slide rule, eh?
It was very informative. Thank you.
But the ship was able to help.
All right. Give me a... Not the intimidation. What's the other one again? Persuasion.
Who, me?
Yes. Bracket, give me persuasion. And I will go...
I love these new dice Marion got me. That's another 18. So 17.
All right, you got 17. I got about 14. As you explain your ideas to the crew of the ship, Raoul and the boys there, making some...
I figured this was going to take some time. I didn't think this was going to
No, it's going to take a long time. But as you do that, over the course of time, and you talk about this, at first they're going to be standoffish, right? What are you doing on the ship? What are you doing looking into this and this? And as you explain things, it starts to make sense, right? They want to not listen at the beginning and then kind of be like, maybe that would help a bit, these things. As you're going, as it's taking time and days to do this, you persuade the crew to let you look around, let you touch things, and listen to some of your ideas type thing. That's what you're going to be doing over the course of this sailing.
I'll also be running these ideas past the ship, too.
Mm-hmm. Ship will obviously, will listen to you and give you its feedback on, hey, is that better or is that worse? How can we move? How can we gain speed? This kind of thing.
Okay.
What's everybody else want to do? Who else wants to do stuff over time here?
I'm gonna prep. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend time with the Crinoceros.
Nice. All right. Near the bottom of the ship and the hold of the ship, Crinoceros will be down there. Do an animal handling roll. Let's get it going underway here.
Yeah, a 10.
Was it 10?
Yeah.
10's not bad. In the beginning, anyways, you're getting down there to learn the animal and try to get the animal to trust you. Using very, very gentle methods and that until you can eventually get the saddle on him, at least get him used to bearing a saddle and bearing weight type thing. So it's going to take a long time as you're down there and bond with the animal and try to get it to follow you and your orders. It was used by May, but we didn't take it out too often. It lived a life of solitude for the most part.
Wait, let me know if you need to talk to it. I can come by and cast a spell. But I'm going to take a couple of the hay bales from Sven's pen and just get used to the cold iron arrows with both bows.
Oh, okay. Set up a little shot area.
Yeah, so I don't break them for one thing.
All right. All right, practice shooting them.
Just get used to the weight of them and how they work with the new bow and how they work with the old bow.
Nice. Yep. Train. Take time to train.
Admire the perfect weight of them from the Felcher.
All right. That's awesome.
Fletcher,
whatever.
Those are two very different words.
What about Jackson? What's Jackson want to do?
Jackson's mostly focused on flying the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, he will be sitting down to write some scrolls. They won't be anything big, just first level spells.
All right. Nice. So Jackson will do that. He'll be spending his days flying our ship, timing it away, doing his writings and whatnot. Stained, what do you like to do? What do you do as you're in between days where the guys have you in a bucket and they're swabbing the deck with you and, other things like that?
Well, as Stain has been so politely spread around, he's gonna spend his whole days basically gone. Every now and then, crew members gonna report seeing a blue pseudopod appear and just take around a bit of cloths. And by the end of the trip, he's just gonna come out with a completely new outfit made out of a bunch of random blankets, some torn up sheets he found, a few pillowcases, a random blindfold. He's just gonna have a complete and total new outfit, new everything, even a new fancy jar on his head.
Ooh.
A pair of glasses they shoved underneath to have on his face to make him feel smarter.
Every once in a while, the crew, as they're doing this and that, will notice that Stained is in the background, just kind of there 1 minute, gone the next. Things are missing as he's coming and going. Yeah, and our NPCs, Amiko, will spend her days training with the sword and chatting everyone up, seeing what's new, practice. Doing a lot of entertaining, I guess. She'll serve drinks on the ship. She will tell stories, collect news, that kind of stuff. Shaiju, of course, will practice cooking and her trade there. Our rogue will spend a lot of time getting better and practicing his skills.
Hiding in shadows.
Hiding in the shadows. Trying to catch Stain. And every morning, our cleric there, Kara, will hold her little holy service for anybody who wants to come by, give a day's blessing, words of encouragement, that kind of stuff, as we go. One day, as we're flying, Jackson's at the helm, and we're just making our way north. Getting at the edge of the grasslands, going towards the northern lands where the snow kind of meets, somewhere probably in the northern barrenry of Leland.
Move the map.
Move the map, man. Let's see, Alt. Whee. Whoops. Oh, that's not the map. What is that?
You got this. You were moving the map there, weren't you?
We had it. Yeah, it's kind of... There we go. Just shrink that down. As we're making our way to the end of the land here, getting over to the Isle of Loken, and then off somewhere more to the north. It's after sundown, just on the edge of sundown, starting to get dark, flying the ship, everybody's eaten, had good supper or whatnot for the night. Jackson, give me a perception, and on this random day, who would be up on deck around this time?
That is a 9.
High says I'm up, low says I'm down.
Perfect.
That's a good idea.
I'm up.
Okay, do perception if you're up.
Sorry, what happened? My Wi-Fi cut out.
I'll get you in a minute.
16.
16's nice. Stained, it is just after nightfall. The sun has gone down. You've had supper. Jackson's out flying the ship. Just another night. It's starting to get a little cooler. You're approaching the north, where the grass kind of gives away to a scrubbier grassland and the snow's in the distance. On a night like this, would you be on deck or below deck? Where would you be?
Between the floorboards.
In the floor. Perfect. Okay, you're doing your thing. All right. What about Branthrin or Kylok?
I rolled. I'll be up.
Okay.
What were we rolling? High or low here? So
No, you do whatever you want to do.
I just did high or low to make it easy.
Okay.
I'm down in the hold. Maybe I'm
Not wearing his armor.
I didn't say that. I'm tending to Sven. I'm just checking his saddle and brushing him.
All right.
And the assassin horse.
All right, Brackett, you're the man here. You are on top of the ship, and you happen to be walking around on deck, looking here and there. Below, as the sun sets and the shadows creep in, you can see what looks like an airship that has crashed on the ground. The airship is in 3 parts. There's some cargo spilt out from what you can tell being up this high. And you can vaguely make darkened figures kind of walking around down there in the shadow near it. You can see some lights upon the ship, and you even think you see a trail of a little bit of smoke coming out of there.
Captain! There's a ship down below. Airship has crashed. I can see some smoke and some fire still nearby, and there's individuals moving around it. Looks like it's recent. I think maybe we should offer assistance.
Jackson will lock the helm and go to look over the ship.
All right. Make your way and look over down below. Looks like an airship has recently crashed, broken into several pieces down below. You don't see any movement or anything like that with the perception you got, but you can see the layout of the ship pretty clear. Some trees.
Does it look familiar at all?
To you, no. Bracket, give me an insight.
It's metal dice.
Insight. 10.
No. Okay. No, doesn't look familiar. It looks like just, who knows? You've never seen this airship.
Oh, we can go and take a look. At worst, we've got new loot.
I'll pull Fluffy out. I'm assuming I've been out with Fluffy on the deck.
Yeah.
Fluffy, you go down and take a look and come back and let me know what you see. So I'll send my little clockwork bird that is anything but fluffy down to take a look.
All right. Clockwork bird goes down. I don't know how close you want to get, but it can make its way down.
Yeah, let's take a look at what is.
Does this bird look like the owl from Clash of the
Clash
Titans?
of the Titans.
No, because I haven't seen Clash of the Titans. So
You haven't seen the original Clash of the Titans? The cult classic. You gotta see it.
it's got dark vision 60 feet, so I'll move it within 60 feet of the crash so I can see what's going on.
All right. Do you see out of its eyes, or does it relate to you?
I do not. No.
Okay. All right. So it'll come back to you. It'll relay to you. Does it speak in common?
Just reading how.
I forget
it communicates
about the bird.
Chirps louder or softer. What's up, boy? Is Timmy Noel?
Yes. It speaks the same languages as me.
All right. So it will say it sees the broken ship, boxes scattered nearby. It didn't see anyone, but they could have been inside. They could have gone back inside. It is getting dark down below type thing.
Okay.
Comes back. Jackson, you order the... Yeah.
Jackson will tell the crew to go and get everyone. Possible survivors down here. Possible loot down here as well.
Okay. All right, word will pass through the ship that there's a crashed airship.
Also, Jackson will tell them quietly.
Ah. All right, crashed airship below. Could be loot, could be survivors, that kind of thing. There it is.
There he is.
Kylok, and do you continue to help the horse down below, or does this?
No, I hear the commotion. I'm gonna
Alright.
come up and see what's going on. Kind of doing that. What's going on?
All right,
Go take a look.
everybody assembles on deck. Make your
What's
way.
going
up.
on, guys?
Where's your armor?
I'm wearing my armor.
Oh, sorry.
Hasn't
Oh, you
been
couldn't
10
see it.
rounds
Made out
yet.
of hide.
It's not bedtime yet. I was on first watch tonight, anyways. Combing
Then
my
what were you
horse.
doing down below deck?
Combing the horse. Feeding him. Getting him.
You got them fancy
Oh.
glasses. Come take
Is
a look
that
down
a
here.
euphemism that elves use that I don't understand?
Did you not
I
see the
don't
black?
understand most elves here.
Did you not see the black steed? And I'm a half elf, not a full elf.
Humans don't make much sense
Wow.
either.
Like walk up from below deck, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, having all these stolen robes, pieces of blinds, all this stolen stuff, a little makeshift bag on his back of all the trinkets he found.
He doesn't have anything from Clairval, does he, on him?
Oh no,
He's not wearing like his loot as a hat or anything.
nope.
Desecrated the dead.
Anyways, yes, I will go have a look at where Jackson is pointing with my eyes of the eagle.
Okay.
So the first roll sucked because that's only an 8. Second roll is a 13.
Not bad. Same thing. You can see it below. Looks like the wreck of an airship. Pretty recent. Boxes here and there. Yeah, 13's hard to tell. You think you might be able to see somebody walk around, or at least on the ship, like on the what's left of the deck of the ship, kind of moving about. Nothing else stands out.
Are we going down and take a look?
That is the plan. Anyone want to go first?
Well, you want to land? Are you gonna land the ship a little ways away, or are we gonna just hover over top and jump down, or are we gonna turn upside down and like take a quick peek? What's your plan?
I would prefer not to flip the ship upside down.
You seem to like doing that.
When there are intruders.
All right. Yeah, you should probably land the ship maybe at the back of the island, away from them.
We could do that. That does
Or do you
work.
want, or do you want to go in like ballista blazing, point the nose at them, and just if we have to, fire everything we have?
I was thinking drop rope down and go down.
We could do that too, but then they could fire up at us too.
And then we know if they're not friendly. Which case
Kylo?
we draw outside.
Kyle, here, I'll leave it to your judgment as to who to give this to. If we get into a situation, this could be of use to someone. So I hand you one of my elixirs. This one will help someone for a short period during combat if need be. So whoever you give this to, they can roll a d4 and add the number to every attack roll and saving throw for the next minute.
It's bless.
Plus, they get 2d6 plus 5 temporary hit points.
It is
Nice.
much better bless.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know. Did you whip that up just now, or you've been working on these?
I
Yeah,
made
more?
that this morning.
You got a batch of them, or just one?
I can only make one a day.
Okay. You add the D4 to saves and attack.
Yep.
How far up would you say that we are from this?
You'd be just below the clouds, I believe, at the time. You're flying pretty high.
Yeah, we could either land behind the back of the aisle and go around the aisle if we want. If
Okay.
people feel safer doing that, we could do that.
Do you want to land in water or land?
Water.
All right. Take the ship down out of the sky as the dark sets in and the sun sets. Land down in the water at the edge of the aisle there. Ship comes sailing down with a splash, of course.
Oh, that was fun.
Take a little adjustment there. Glides
Stop
for
on an elevator.
glides for a bit till it sails up towards the shore there. Make your way over to the shore.
Are we seeing anything as we're getting closer?
It's kind of a little inland, just beyond some trees, a little hill. It's where you saw
Lots
the
of
ship.
fires.
There was some light, a little bit of light in the distance. Some colored light, some regular light. Looks more like lanterns, maybe.
Okay, so there's no active fires burning.
Doesn't look like any fires burning, no. Guys of the crew, throw a plank down from the ship to the land.
What's the crew think? They've seen shipwrecks before.
Yeah. Crew Raul is very excited. He says, "Oh, Captain, yes, this may be a good way to get some rations. We'll grab some more rations and some supplies. Maybe we can get some wood and rope and things to, keep the ship in good condition."
Specifically, Raul, what's the caution?
Caution? Well, survivors, of course. We don't know who they are. They could be pirates. It could be just merchants. It could not even be survivors. It could be people who have already found the shipwreck themselves and tried to claim it. Maybe peaceful again. You may have to negotiate. These could be raiders. We don't know.
Okay, I make a little joke with them. If they're pirates, you might have been drinking with them last night, right?
He said, you never know. We have been to many ports. We've met many people. Especially in this land. We've been here before. I remember the Baron and his men. His men can outdrink us like crazy. They're very strong. They're bred to fight giants. We don't want to take anything from them.
Right. Oh, yeah, we've been here before.
Oh, yeah, you've been here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Marching order, Kylo?
I'm going to let Jackson take the lead on this. I'm not familiar with shipwrecks.
All right, Jackson's going to take out the lead.
The last shipwreck we went to, we flew down, if you can believe that. And back up into the darkness.
Kara herself will pull her ropes a little tighter. It's cold out here. Pull out a lantern so she can see in the night. She unloads with her brother there, and they make their way over to land.
I'll follow behind Jackson.
Okay.
I'll stay up there as well with Jackson.
Okay. All right, Jackson, Branthrin, and Brackett, make your way off the ship and start heading across the terrain here until we get a little bit of a distance up ahead. We see there's a large hill.
Would you say it's Arctic or forest here?
It is more forest here.
Okay, so I will help traverse the area.
Okay.
Kind of walk a little off from Jackson's lead and just kind of direct for impediments so that we move swiftly.
All right, you find a good way to go so that when we approach this hill and the trees up ahead, some of the trees that are broken and whatnot, you show us a way to go around. We make our way to the right around a large hill that looks like the ship is kind of crashed upon. It looks like it's broken upon the hill. We're coming around the back of this thing, making our way in the low ground through the hills and the trees, keeping the ship to our left in the distance in view until we get to a good area where it's kind of cleared out. Hill slopes down. Front of the ship is visible. And
anything identifying on it?
From where you stand, you don't see an identifiable mark. You do see some color, so some wood, just regular wood on the ship, with some blues and some yellows that are on the ship as well. Looks like a torn mast kind of flapping in the wind. Looks just white. Jackson, yourself, you find it odd. Ship should have identifying marks. There should be something on here. You don't see anything on here.
It's a trap.
And sitting on hilt at that point, yeah. No flag or anything either?
No flag.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a trap.
Are we moving up?
Perhaps the flag's in the water somewhere.
Oh, just one of us should move up in case this goes south.
Yeah, mice. Go ahead. Yeah.
As Stain, I would like to say he'd like to jump off the ship since he still hasn't left yet and use his monk movement to run across the water in pure joy at seeing a new ship to go see and run directly towards it. As excited as can be, this blue blob of water wearing a bunch of stolen clothing, creating like a large mist behind him from how fast he's running. Jumping as he goes, bouncing off the waves.
As the
Happy's
party's up
thinking
ahead,
shit.
the only one who can see this is the crew. The crew sees Stain almost late for dinner running through that.
So as we're moving up with the caution that Jackson's kind of told
Mhm.
us about, I'm looking for more like tracks or like things in the forested area of that someone's been around here and done some stuff.
Give me a perception
Okay.
and an insight
I still have the eyes of the eagle on.
as you move like, over and away, and you're searching and looking around, looking for these footprints and and signs of things.
First roll's a 13.
Okay.
Also 13. I got two 13s back to back. for
Double
perception.
13s. All right.
And then you said what insight?
Insight.
Insight's going to be a 10.
Okay, you move over to the side a little bit away from the group as you're looking around and searching, and you're looking for footprints. You were told at one time there might have been people moving around out here. You kind of look down here and there. It is kind of a muddy area. It's a northern muddy area. It's rained recently around here. And whatnot. But you're not finding depressions in the ground. You're not finding footprints of any nature. You kneel down, you're inspecting, you're looking around, kind of look back up towards the ship and at the hill, some of the broken trees and that. You notice the trees are odd. Trees are at a weird angle, and they're not even broken and attached to anything. They seem to be like almost off the side of the ship. The tree is kind of broken and held on.
Like suspended in the air.
Almost, yeah. Branthrin, what are you doing? You're up front.
Can I use my hammer to hit one of the trees?
Which tree?
One of the ones that appear to be hanging off the side of the ship.
Now, you wouldn't have saw that. Only so far Kylo. Kylo kind of made his way over. Jackson, I think you guys round a corner. Jackson kind of spreads out. He's looking at it. Kylo goes past him, moves out, looking around. He finds these odd things. He's kind of keeping them so far to himself. He just went over. You come up. You wouldn't see what he saw. But what would you...
You could
Yeah.
join me.
I will
See what I'm
join
looking at.
Okay, all right.
him.
We're not in combat, so it's
No,
not
I'm
like
just trying to get where
it's
he
your
is.
turn or my turn.
All right, he makes his way over and kind of says, "Hey, what did you see? What did you find out?" You show him the tree. It looks odd.
Take a look at the trees. You ever seen trees like this?
No.
I'm not an arborist, but
Me either, but let me try. And then I use my hammer to throw it.
Smack,
All right.
Smack a tree.
Give me a shot with the hammer. Throw that hammer.
You've disturbed a kraken.
Yeah. 23 to hit.
Ooh.
We're gonna fight the Lorax.
The Lorax.
Just all these trees are gonna like burst down. A bunch of woodland critters are gonna run out, all sentient and wanting to steal our ship.
Now,
You
what's,
want damage too?
with the 23, give me some damage.
14. Plus. What is it? Hold on. 1d8. So it'd be 21 total.
21.
Yeah.
Guys, watch as Branthrin cocks the hammer back, whips it towards one of these trees. Branthrin, it hits the tree. It doesn't hit it the way it would hit a normal tree. It hits this thing, almost making like a dent kind of thing into it, and then it comes back towards your hand. As it does, you hear a great groaning, as if like tons of wood, rock, pieces of metal start to bend and almost roar. The ground itself shakes as the ship begins to put itself back together,
Oh god.
and stand up.
A mimic ship.
It's a mimic ship. The front of the ship opens with a toothy maw as it starts to rise and looks like it's going to surge forward towards the group. Initiative rolls.
I'm just gonna look up and go, well, now I've seen everything.
Stain is like in the water, still running towards it, like gonna like suddenly stop like a cartoon character, like screeching to a halt, and then quickly start running backwards.
Jackson, did you know these things existed?
I want that. Initiative 2, by the way.
2.
13.
Initiative 5.
Who got 5?
Initiative 20.
I did.
Actually, 20. What was that? 22? 20. I got
Stain got 5.
All right.
23 for me.
16, 1-6.
I as well got 16. My dex is -2, so you're going to go first. We're going to bump you to a 17. That will be you guys. I'm going to put NPCs below and just roll a thing for now. All right, we're going to do Kylok with the 22. Branthrin,
3.
23.
Nothing that matters.
Prancer with the 17. Creature with the 16. Bracket,
13.
the 13. We'll have Stain with the 5. Even though he's back, he's not going to be in this round. He's got to catch up.
He's running like Sonic across the water.
And then
I
Jackson.
imagine more like that.
Jackson with the 2. We'll put the NPCs right now at the end. Kylok, you're standing far off to the right. You're trying to identify this thing when Branthrin whips a hammer and wakes it up. As it starts to rise and collect itself, the boxes, the trees all assemble upon it. It gets putting itself back together, rising in the air, chunks of dirt and hill falling off at the ground itself, rumbling. A vicious maw on the front of it opening up. It's of gargantuan size. The thing is massive. What do you wish to do?
Hello there, sir. Please don't eat us.
The longbow you gave me, did you give me stats on it?
Yeah?
Yeah, they're in the chat.
Oh, they're in the chat. Fine. Well, first off, I'm going to cast, where is it?
Protection
Flame
from
arrows.
ships.
Flame arrows on my regular quiver,
Okay.
which will give me, how many does that give me? That gives me, I forget how many arrows actually. I think it's 8 or 9. Touch a quiver containing arrows when the target hit range. Misses. Blah blah blah. But it said how many you get.
Is it a spell?
Yeah, it's a touch spell.
It would infect everything within the touch, but it would last for the duration.
Lasts
of
for
the
an
spell.
hour.
Yeah.
Duration is an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no limit, just whatever's in the quiver.
Whatever you can fire in an hour.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna pull the bow off my back. I'm thinking the new one. I gotta look at the stats first here.
Okay.
Which is in which chat? Is it in this chat that we're looking at, or was it in the side chat?
It was in the D&D chat.
Oh yeah, here it is. No, that's the mana bow. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
Oh, you can use the new bow.
Yeah.
It's not a good sound.
No, because one deals 8d10 radiant damage to all within 60 feet as the sun power.
Now
explodes.
remember, with this new bow, as you pull an arrow and you put it in, it becomes radiant, and you're firing these radiant sun
Yes,
flare
but it's
arrows.
also going to have a 1d6 fire damage.
Interesting.
You're gonna have a fire cloak on.
Doesn't have
Anyways, I can't fire because I've cast a spell and I pulled the bow, so my turn's done. I'm going to move into a better position.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You move around. That's for you. Branthrin, you are second. You throw your hammer. You hit this thing. You heard it. And woke it up.
Now you stand there, mouth agape. Probably thinking that you're not drinking something strong enough to deal with this today.
I am going to fall back as far as I can go and take a defensive position, and I'll fire my hammer at him.
Okay.
Here goes nothing. 17 hit.
17 does hit. Yeah, whoosh, whip the hammer down as far as you can.
That'll be 11 plus 4, so 15 damage.
Nice.
I will throw it again with a 17 again,
Got him.
and 13, 15, so 18 total damage.
Oh, 18. Nice. Yeah. All right. Branthern kind of runs back behind Kylo, about 60 feet back, turns around, boom, sits down in defensive stance, whips that hammer at that thing twice, just trying to hurt it, trying to break boards off it or whatever as it rises. Putting damage on that. Creature itself, it's its turn as it kind of starts rising up and putting itself back together. From its back, you kind of see it flex and bring in what looks like some cannons and shoot these cannons off. You hear boom, boom, boom as like 3 of these things fire off. Landing
Hopefully not toward the ship.
one towards Kylo, one back towards Branthern, and one over towards the group on the side. Everybody who is there, with the exception of Stained, who's not there yet, give us a Dex saving throw.
Oh,
11.
fuck me.
Dex saving throw. Oh, I got a good dex.
I got a
Oh,
0.
shit.
Same.
I
I
rolled
rolled
a
it.
1,
I
it's a
am-
-1.
I'm gonna use my feet for this.
Nice.
Actually, I got an 11 for my dex saving throw,
Okay.
which was a 2 plus 8 plus 1. So
I'm gonna use the secondary effect of Shield Master.
Hmm.
For a dex save that I throw, I can choose to succeed it and take no damage instead.
Nice. All right. Okay. For everyone else, anybody who got under an 18 for the dex save will take full damage. Everybody who beat it will take half. Jackson will take none.
what's the damage?
I'm rolling another thing. 35.
Oh god.
Oh,
As he shoots chunks of metal and debris and everything else into these 3 locations. Boom, boom, boom. They come out of these cannons, land hard, boom, hit the ground and explode, dealing mass damage near you. That's what the creature will do this first turn. Bracket.
I'm gonna do a bonus action before that and rage.
Oh, yeah. Bruh.
All right, I'm gonna get my ass up after that. Oh. And I'm going to fire Mel's acid arrow at it. Roll to attack. Yeah, I make a ranged spell attack. 22.
22 would hit.
Okay. So it immediately takes 19 points of acid damage, and it takes at the end of its turn an additional 12 points of acid damage.
You notice the spell goes off, goes towards the creature. Creature is technically a mimic. As it hits it, you notice it kind of pool and absorb into the creature, as the creature is completely immune to acid.
Bastard.
Aha! Stained, you were late. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm not. So as my bonus action, you can say, "Fluffy, get him!"
Oh,
So Fluffy will fly within 30 feet of him and make a force strike against him, which is a ranged attack.
there we go.
Uh, 24 to hit.
Ooh, got him.
Which would be 6 points of force damage.
There we go. Okay. All right, nice. What is that?
Fluffy.
Oh man! All right, Fluffy will go in there and do damage to the mimic itself. Stained, you were further away. You're trying to catch up. You're running across the water. You're running excitedly through the woods, trying to catch up to these guys. On this move, you're pretty much double moving up to the group who's on the far side. You're coming up the back. You see this giant thing standing up. You had heard it this time, shooting the cannons. You make your way up there and you can see the smoke from the ground where the cannons had hit. You're going to be near the back of the group as you arrive, so it'll take you a double move to get there. Any other bonus actions or reactions you can take this round?
Well, I could use my key point to then do a what is it called?
Step of the wind.
Step of the wind. Yeah, don't allow me to take the dash action as a bonus action.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I just want to move up closer to the front with everyone. You know, helping out,
Okay, make your way all the way.
being there for the emotional support.
You move up to the front. You see everybody kind of like, step back a little bit. Let you go to the front there. A little fodder as you come in. Move out of the way. You're up, Jackson.
Jackson's going to approach this thing. He's going to just put his hand on the hilt of one of his weapons. He's going to say, "You don't need to fight us. You could join us. But if you do decide to fight us, I just want you to know this is going to end badly for you." And Jackson's going to draw the familiar green blade from way earlier.
Ooh. All right.
This is a threat with the lightsaber.
I was gonna say, does it go?
It is the lightsaber, yes.
Haven't seen the lightsaber in a while.
Yeah.
It's a 16 on intimidation.
Ooh.
He's immune to intimidation.
Well, he's immune to acid.
He's
Yeah,
immune.
honestly, I was gonna put on my blood mask until he said that. And I was like, oh, never mind.
All right, Jackson moves up. He's got the thing. NPCs, Kara puts her arms out and says, careful. Watch what you're doing. As we approach this creature, it is not a simple foe. Let me find her here. There she is. You. She will. I have Bless in here. I will use it. Spells. We will use Bless. I think I can get 3 people within 30 feet. So we'll get Jackson, Brackett, and Stained.
Yay!
So you get a attack roll or saving throw. You get an extra D4. Should bless you on that. All right. Top of the order, Kylok. You're over on the far right.
Yeah, I was gonna be heroic and throw this elixir to someone else, but I'm gonna drink the elixir.
All right.
That's my action. So it adds D4 to my attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna shoot this thing with the longbow.
Nice.
Okay, the roll is a 15. There's a 9 added to that, so it's 24 plus another D4 if I want to roll it. I don't really need to roll it on that one, right?
Not at that height.
That's
Yeah.
gonna hit. Okay. So it's gonna do. So it's a plus 3. So +3, that means it does 1d8 plus 6 piercing damage.
So +3 on the weapon is 3 to attack, 3 to damage.
Yeah, so the +2 longbow, which is the other one, the giant bow,
Yeah.
does 1d8 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that would 1d8 plus 6 then, right?
Yeah, sure.
And
sounds
then
right.
and then the other damage, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my? So it's gonna do. It's gonna do 11 points of piercing damage, with 5 points of radiant damage, and 1 point of fire damage.
17 total?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome.
Does
All
that
right.
radiant? Does the radiant do anything else to him?
No, radiant is just an elemental type of damage. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna boom, drink that potion, pull out this awesome godlike bow. Feels really, really light in your hands, almost supernaturally light. You're gonna take an arrow from your back, that quiver. As you do, you pull it out. It's on fire. You put it into the bow. It explodes, kind of like into almost like sunlight. Pull it back and just shoot that thing. It goes off. Elemental damage will happen. You won't really see it, right? Just an explosion of light on the enemy, but you know you hit him good and you hit him hard.
Does he catch fire?
It does not catch fire.
Okay, I shoot him again.
Go for it. Fire!
It's 18 with the roll. It's an 18 to hit him, right? So I got to roll the d4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's actually a 21.
Nice. Okay.
And we gonna do another 11. Another 11 points of piercing. Full 6 points of radiant damage. And 3 points of fire. So that's
20?
20. 20. Yeah.
Awesome. Those are pretty big hits. All right, you shoot this amazing bow from the
Can
far.
I still
Yeah.
move?
Yeah, you can move
I wanna
because you
move
just
all
did an
back.
interaction and action, and you can move. How far back? How far you want to go? You can only go 30 feet or up to.
I'll go 30 feet just to get further out of range.
All right, you're halfway between yourself and, where you were and Branthrin. He's 30 back from you. Branthrin, yourself, you're 30 back from Kylok as he kind of moves back and over to the right. You're in the center here type thing, taking a defensive stance. What do you want to do?
I will fire my hammer at him as
All right. Grab the hammer.
Lot of rage.
13 is not going to hit.
13, whip the hammer forward. Managed to miss a gargantuan ship. Which is
That's 16. That's
16 will miss. Do you have anything bonus to that or anything to add to that?
nope.
Oh, just for the DM, I added 10 points of hit points from that elixir also.
Perfect.
Back
Okay.
back on me.
All right. Branthrin is in his defensive stance. He whips the hammer twice. First one he's going to miss. Second one, it's going to, like the ship itself as he's moving and constructing, you'll kind of pull up like an iron beam. It'll deflect the hammer, knock it back. Do you want to move, Branthrin, or stay defensive?
Oh, I'll stay right there.
Okay. Creature's turn.
We're in danger.
We're in danger. As the creature moves about, you can see it kind of lurching up and back. Let me just read this real quick.
Running away, get it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's happening.
Ooh.
Calling the fleet.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you this. It kind of rears back, clicks itself together, and you see it come down hard and almost uncharacteristically shoot forward as if it was on the open ocean, full sails ablaze. This thing shoots across the land, almost 100 feet straight out, right through Branthrin. Branthrin, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Going for the ship.
That'll be a 10.
Don't
Ooh.
forget Danger Sense.
Oh, what's danger sense give him?
He's a barbarian. He gets advantage on dex saves.
He's also raging, right? So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's a 16.
Ooh, all right. I'm going to give you half as the ship just explodes forward in this giant gargantuan wave right through rock, grass, and tree, bursting through where Branthrin was. Total of 56 damage. He's only going to take half from that. As that thing explodes through and past him, he had a defensive stance. He was dexterous out of the way. He's only going to take half that damage as he gets out of the way, but still gets hit by some part of the debris of the ship, and over to the side. Branthrin kind of looks back, holy shit, and this whole ship, this mess of a thing, just burst out of the hill before destroying it and sliding 100 feet straight past. So he was 60. It's 40 feet just past Branthrin.
Okay.
How far is the ship from us?
So 40 feet past Branthrin. 30.
Oh, no, our ship.
Oh, you're way down the way. You took a little trek here.
Oh, we did walk
Yeah.
a while. Okay.
Yeah. Branthrin's still up. He had said
Yep.
something. Okay. Sorry, it said something. All right, Brackett.
What kind of shape are you looking in? Are you looking like Branthrin?
I'm at a 41 out of 104.
So I'm going to instruct Fluffy to go over and deal a healing spell to Brackett. I can cast touch spells through my homunculus.
Okay.
Or to Branthrin. He said bracket, so.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna get it yourself? Okay.
Yeah, apparently. I just like to be touched.
By the owl.
All right, so you will get
Speak to me moistly, Fluffy.
18 points of healing.
Perfect. A little more than half now.
Nice.
And that's what I can do.
Okay. All right. That's Brackett. Stain. You moved up front. You got
Yay!
You got right up front where everybody was. This thing burst away from you. Pardon me, 100 feet out. So between you and the ship is 100 feet. 30 feet would be Kyloke. Beyond that, another 30 feet, 60 out is Branthrin. And then beyond that is the ship, another 40 beyond.
I don't want to be constantly wasting key points just to run around, though. Just gotta pull up the Sunsoul Monk. Give me a sec. I just
All right.
need to see how far my fist can go.
Check out the range.
No, wrong. 30 feet. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to still move pretty close to this thing.
All right. How far you want to move? What's your normal movement?
Normal movement, it is 45 feet.
Okay. Do you want to move that first to start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I'm close enough to do a 30 feet range attack.
That put you only at 75 feet. You'd still be too far.
Okay. In that case, I will have to use my Step of the Wind to give myself the dash action to double my movement speed to get another 45 to move closer in.
All right. So that'll put you at 90. So you'll be 10 feet away.
Ready? In that case, I'm going to...
Step of the Wind's bonus, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So he moves, bonuses, then he can attack. So you're within 10 feet.
I'm going to use 2 key points to cast Burning Hands
Nice.
directly at the creature.
There you go.
Let me just read it. It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Dexterity saving throw from the ship. 6. He's a giant ship. He's not very dexterous.
Alright, I'm gonna go roll for damage then.
Do it. Do fire damage.
3d6. Then.
All right, 10 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. We're doing damage to it. All right, 10 points of fire damage. Put your hands, boom, cast fire straight forward as you ran all that distance, 100 feet out, boom, 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 and shot the fire off. That's fantastic. Jackson.
This goes against everything that I stand for. I'm going to go ahead and... How far away am I from it?
You're 100 feet away.
100 feet. All right. Sucks for it. I'm going to move back 10 feet and firebolt.
Oh, firebolt or fireball?
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
That's a 19 to hit for 13 fire damage.
All right.
That's going to be it for now.
All right, firebolt goes up, 100 feet out,
Distance moment.
hits the ship.
I've seen this thing move 100 feet. I'm going to make sure I've got 110 between me and it.
That's a good idea. All right. NPCs, again, Kara's keeping up the blessing. Everybody's, whoa, what the hell? Like, getting ready to fight this thing. It takes off in this blur. Top of the round, Kylo.
How far away is it now?
From you, minus 30 feet. So,
So it's 70?
70 feet.
Okay. Yes, let me light it up again.
All right, take an arrow out, put it into the bow. Get that natural 1.
Ooh, that was a 2. Alright, so that's 2 plus 9 is
11.
11, and then I get D4. Oh, it's not going to be enough to hit
Nope.
it, is it?
No.
Yeah, I got a 4, but
All
it's
right.
only 15.
First shot, you
Okay.
miss.
Alright, second shot. So that's 6 and 9 is 15. 15 and 4, so that's 19.
19 hits, okay.
So we're going to do 7 points of piercing,
Okay.
5 radiant, and 4 fire. So that's 9 and 7. That's 16 points of damage. And I'm going to run the opposite direction, 30 feet back.
All right, so you're going to go 30 feet back.
So I'll be 100. I'll be 100 feet. If that's as far as I can run.
Gotcha. Yep, you're 100 feet back. Gotcha. Perfect. We're at 60. He's there. Okay. All right. Branthrin.
Oh, as I'm running, I'm going to yell to Jackson. Is it time to retreat to the ship?
No.
Okay, because we have big cannons and a ballista on the ship.
Makes good
and
sense.
a water elemental, or an air elemental.
All right, you run back. You kind of slide back. You see Jackson's 10 feet beyond you. He's out of range of this thing. Branthrin, your turn. You roll over to your side. You stand up to your feet. You're about 40 feet away. Thing's behind you now. You turn around, look at it.
I'm 30 feet away?
40.
Or 40. I'll just fire my hammers at it.
Nice. Okay.
That's a 28 to hit.
Damn.
Got him.
That's an 11 plus. That's 15 damage.
Ooh.
And that is 29 to hit.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's 15. 22 damage.
15 and 22?
Yep.
37. Wow. All right. All right. You roll all the way to the thing, get to your feet, get your hammers. Whoosh, whoosh. You're within 40. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching the Discord, it's hilarious.
Whipping a sledgehammer at a barbecue. You're just denting that thing up. Whoa. Landon.
Brandon's running his hammer.
Landing awesome hits into this thing. It is gargantuan, but you guys are getting damage in. You're beating this thing down.
I'm going holding my ship.
Pretty much. Ship's turn. Ship's turn is 10 feet away from Stained. The ship the ship himself will use its gaping maw to kind of latch out and bite towards Stained. To hit you, 26 on the first. And 19 on the second. It's going to hit you twice.
Yep, both are gonna hit. I have a lowly 15 AC.
All right, that's no problem. Just going to use a little dice roller here. First one.
I think Stain just smeared.
This is attack number 1.
called that
2,
before.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. It'll be a total of 28 damage, with some of that being acid damage. Are you immune to acid damage?
Let me check up, since I think plasmoids don't have immunity, but
Okay.
they do have resistance, I think, but I can't remember if it's acid or poison.
Okay.
I have to
Let me know on that, because I'll roll it separate if I have to
Okay,
next time.
Resistance to acid.
You're resistant, so half?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4, 5, 7, 8. Oh, will show me the complete breakdown. Let's see. Oh. So all right. Well, I'm gonna re-roll it separate then. So let's do 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 24 regular damage, and we're gonna
Okay.
do half of the acid.
So is this the second hit, or like...
First hit, all one hit. So half
Okay.
of 17. So you'll take 8 on top of that.
Okay, well, down to 15 hit points already. Things are not looking optimistic.
All right, second bite already hit you because we rolled it. So we'll just roll the damage for that one. Let's see. Oh, 6 plus 17, 24 on the regular bite damage before even the acid. Are you down on that?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Pretty sure this just kills me at this point.
All right,
man.
ship's gaping maw opens up and just boom goes down on Stained, in a big bite, just crunches you up in his mouth. You guys also know that the body of Stained is stuck to the mimic. It's kind of stuck in the mouth, stuck in his teeth as he's chewing on him, type thing. All right, Bracket.
Fluffy, you gotta go get the other one now. And send Fluffy to go give Stain to healing.
Okay.
Well, he's stuck to the guy.
Can you really tell the difference, though, with Stain?
Ow.
17 points of healing.
And he's right back up again.
All
Well,
right.
you go to 0,
Yeah, go to 0.
so you're at 17 now.
All right, nice. Anything else, Bracket?
No, I keep having to use everything to keep these bastards alive.
Stain, your eyes go dark as you are momentarily killed, but then reopen. You find yourself stuck in the teeth of this mimic, adhered to by his adhesive goo. To get out of this, you need to do a escape.
Grapple? Oh.
Yep.
Yay. Oh, this is gonna be easy since I have advantage on these.
Yeah.
Let's do this. First one's a 6.
Well, that's no good.
Second one. Second one's an 18 before I add my mod.
Nice, you did it. Okay. With the 18, you're able to escape. You pull your way free of the giant mouth of this creature. It does take your turn to do so, or your action rather, to do so, to get out of this. But you're free of it. You're standing right in front of it, 5 feet in front of it. You still have your movement, still have your bonus action, your reaction.
Yeah. I'm just pulling up my I have so many things open.
Guys watch him pull himself free, goos himself out, reforms on the ground.
That's an action. Dang. Alrighty, in that case, I'm going to use patient defense to allow me to take the dodge action as a bonus action.
Okay.
And then use my movement to move back 45 feet.
Okay, you go back 45, so you're 45 away from him. Let me just make a note. Okay, gotcha. You're backed up 45 feet. That's awesome. Jackson. Jackson's 110 away.
Jackson's going to close 30 of that. And he's just... So...
All right. Just moving up.
I'm going to do Chromatic Orb at 2nd level.
Okay.
That's a 16 to hit. Will that hit?
16 won't get him with the orb.
Okay. That's going to be it. As Jackson's just going to keep moving forward as planned.
Okay. How far are you total?
Currently, I've moved my maximum, so that'll just be it for now.
Okay. You move 60?
30.
30. I got you. Okay. Okay. All right. Put him just so I got where you are, roughly. All right. Go top of the round, Kylok. Kylok, you see from the far end, you talked to Jackson before about retreating or whatever, and then you see the ship just munch on Stain, completely destroy him, then him come back, and him kind of back up and get out of there.
Shake my head. I'm going to shoot at it again.
All right.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
On a natural 20, it deals extra 7 radiant damage. Okay, cool. So we got, yeah, okay, we'll add that afterward.
Mm-hmm.
The piercing. So that is 10 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
We got 2 plus 7, 9 points of radiant damage,
Okay.
and 1 point fire, but then also 6 radiant. No, wait a minute, because it's all, or is it just the piercing damage that does the natural 20?
Natural 20 was you're getting max damage on everything, and you're getting your modifiers, and you're rolling the next one without your modifiers if they're not applicable. So first one, max damage. What's your max damage on your?
Okay, max damage is what's that, 14 plus 6 plus 6, so it's 26.
Okay.
That's max damage plus another 7 of the radiant for the natural 20.
Nice.
So that's 33,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then another roll. Then my roll, which was what did I say it was? It was
Well, your max damage.
oh,
with
the rolls are still here. So it was 4.
Okay.
2. It was 4, 2, and 1.
Okay.
So it was for this piercing the radiant and the fire
Okay.
without modifiers. So it's 37, 38, 39, 40 points of damage.
There you go. That's awesome.
On that.
Big hits. Okay, so you really lean back with this bow. As you do, you see the radiant light in the bow reaches apex. You fire this thing, it goes off like a blinding sun, hits the thing and explodes. Max damage comes out of this thing. Parts of it shoot off the ship, broken boards, big hole in the side, just destroying it. It's not 100% dead, but hell of a hit.
Is it going down, or is it still up?
Still up.
Still up. Okay, hit it again. Come on, another 20 would be great. So that's a 15 plus. That's 18. Oh, yeah, I'm not blessed. So it's 18. So that's not going to hit, right? The
18 will
ties?
hit. No, 18 will
18
hit.
will hit. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. 18 will hit. Okay. Alright, so then we've got 8 points of piercing. Another point of radiant, so 9.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 points of fire. So 12 more points of damage. So
Perfect.
52
Awesome.
total.
Yeah, hell of a shot. You're shooting the bow, just lighting the thing up, breaking the hell out of it. Branthrin, you see that the explosion of light from the radiant damage on the ship, big chunks of it bust off. It's making horrible noises as if it's being destroyed. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna fire my hammer at it.
Yeah.
Try and finish it off.
Nice.
Just yell, rally, rally! Sally forth! No quarter!
And that is a 23 to hit
Yeah.
with 10 damage.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Your cloak of invisibility is showing behind you there.
Yeah, I know.
15 damage.
25 total?
Sure.
All right. Branthrin picks up the hammer and just starts whipping it at this thing. Boom, boom, boom. Just putting more holes in it, breaking the mast off, destroying key parts of the ship. Not much left to this thing at all. Creature again gets what he can into position and fires the cannons. 3 big major shots go out of this thing. One's going towards Stained, one's going towards Branthrin, and the other closest would then be Jackson. So, where's my cannons? Oh, it was a DC check on this one. So DC saving throw. Branthrin, Stained, Jackson.
Okay, one thing I have to note for a monk, I have the evasion ability, so I'll only take half damage even if I fail, and I'll take no damage even if I succeed.
Perfect.
Nice to be a monk.
Yeah, that's
18
awesome.
on the save.
Okay.
That is a 21.
Okay. You guys both made the save. Stained, you will take nothing.
Stain's just gonna make a hole in where his torso is, and it's just gonna fly right through.
I hope I'm not standing behind Stain.
What did Branthrin get? I missed it.
What was deck save?
Deck save.
Natural 20.
Yeah, okay. Everybody takes half or none. Total damage will be 29.
15 is half.
15. 15 to 0. You take as it fires off its cannons in a last-ditch effort to take people down with it. Bracket.
How far away am I?
You are 100 feet away.
Okay. So I'm going to instruct Fluffy. Fluffy, get him with the poison. I'm going to cast a spell through Fluffy,
Nice.
and I'm going to hit him with a poison spray. He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12? No. 12. So he's going to take 25 points of poison damage.
Oh, and he has 25 hit points left as the bird sprays out of its little mechanical beak this horrible poison that just seems to destroy and disintegrate the mimic. Parts of it anyway that were keeping it alive as it falls apart into a large goo, almost tar-like substance, begins to slowly melt down into the side, into the grass. The trees and the bushes and everything around. You can see the giant dirt hole leading from the destroyed hill 100 feet out past Branthrin to where this thing finally was destroyed and had fallen down.
Is that a Kraken coming into your screen there, Drake?
Yeah. No, it's the kitten that likes to roll my dice.
Get him, pumpkin.
The Kraken!
This is not a Kraken.
This looks like a thing going like this. Aw.
That was Bracket. Bracket got the kill.
Who's hurt?
Well, we're all hurt, but Stain's the worst, I think.
Everybody come around.
Nice.
We're gonna kumbaya.
Everybody join hands and sing. Oh, reminds me of Clarabelle.
Are there any sticks or trees or anything around?
Oh yeah, all over.
Tons.
Jackson wants to sift through this goop and see what's in there.
All right. Jackson gets some sticks, makes his way over, starts sifting through the goo. Give me a perception roll there as we search through.
21.
Nice. All right, start sifting through it. You do get various crates and things that you find in there as you're poking through. One of the things that
15
catches...
points, Stain,
15.
and then another 11.
Ooh, 25. 26. One of the things that catches your attention is a large iron chest.
Ooh, gimme.
Use a stick to pull that out over, free the sticky goo.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is rough?
I'm rough.
24 to you.
Sorry, what was that?
24 points of healing for you.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone
I'm
else?
gonna thank Bracket and extend my hand out and say, "Very well, battle fought."
I whistle Fluffy over. Fluffy gets the credit on this one.
Very well.
I'm at 92, so I'll just come over, dust myself off, say nothing a little rest won't heal, and say you need to make more of those elixirs. That was great.
I can do that.
And thank you again. And I love this bow.
Kara is there as well. She will offer healing if anybody needs it, but had to step back when she saw Bracket offering healing. Let him do what he can. She just will be in reserve if needed. That is awesome.
I guess I'll go over and help Jackson sift through stuff because we're probably gonna have a bunch of stuff to load the ship with.
All right.
There's nothing else here, right? It didn't already capture a ship. There's it was just it that we saw from the sky.
All you could see from the sky was it. Yeah.
Stain would also like to help using his pseudopods and a mixture of those and the random sheets he's forming into bags now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of the things that didn't get stuck in the goo during the fight when you got eaten in the teeth. Making some bags. You guys come away with some crates, come away with some barrels, a big chest, like I said, iron chest.
Loft is on that chest.
It has a old school padlock sitting on the outside of it.
Brandon, you want to come smash this lock?
May I make a suggestion?
If you're gonna
You
say
might
what
want
I
to
think
use
you
the
are,
lock
the answer is
again?
no.
Kai could open it too.
I can try a crack at it.
Jackson did not realize that Kai is here. We'll call him
Yeah.
over instead.
Kara and Kai are here with.
I thought you said I can open it.
No, Kai.
Well, I can.
He wasn't. I mean, he wasn't really in the battle because.
No, they're standing
what's he gonna
back.
do against a 50-foot.
Yeah, what's he going to fight a
100-foot
ship
tall
with us? Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I'll give a
Poor little rogues being left at a battle.
thieves' tools check.
Okay,
Open up the lock.
go for it.
Oh yeah. 27. Or
Nice.
sorry, 25. Sorry, 25.
All right.
Cat, fuck off.
All right, Kai goes over and you go over there and he's go ahead, kind of thing. You get a 27, unlock the padlock. Padlock is unlocked, still attached to the chest, just turn to the side, unlocked.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
I want to inspect it for traps.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Could be a mimic.
You're not gonna let Jackson wants to lose a hand.
Was it 27 for the unlock check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that was the thieves' tools checked. So now I'm gonna inspect it.
Go for it.
Investigation. Intelligence 15.
Not bad. 15, you inspect it, you look around it, you're thinking, not trapped.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it's not a mimic.
Mimics
Looks
are also
clear.
very different.
Looks clear.
Yeah, Jackson will open it then.
All right, Jackson, go over there, put your boot on it, flip it open. It's full of gold, full of golden coins.
They're all mimic coins.
Give me insight. We'll use this, it'll work.
0.
Great roll.
Full of coins. There's a lot of gold in there.
I'm gonna run
Is
my
it
hand through.
Aztec gold? Are we all undead now?
Gonna do what?
Or is
Run
it
my hand
Aztec
through
gold?
the
We're all undead now.
Put your hand in the gold. Play with the coins. You're trying to estimate how many are there. You don't know. You were gonna give it a good estimation, but you're not a numbers guy. It's not your field. You just know there's a lot of coins in that chest.
Could be 11. It could be 13,000.
Yeah, who knows?
It's gold. It'll play.
A bite, see if it bends.
All right, gold bends, I believe.
It does not. That's the entire point.
I thought it was soft metal.
It is a
Yes.
soft metal.
But the biting it is to see if it is fake or not.
No, it's not fake. It is true gold, and you have a lot of it.
Woo! Great.
Insane. Eat some of it to get up to the level that everyone else is. It'll just like dissolve and turn into experience.
Can I take a look at the gold? Does it look like any gold from the realm?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it's local gold.
Looks like local gold. Got taken at some point in some way. You collect
Not that weird stuff that Branson was trying to pass at the bar the one night.
Hey.
get some golden coins in the chest. You get some crates and some supplies. Start marching your way back to the ship.
Yep.
All right, march your way back to the ship. Eventually, you will come across the crew. Our buddy will be there, Raoul. He'll say, "What did you find? Was it supplies?" Was anyone there?
Very angry shit.
It was a trap.
It was a
found
trap.
Food.
Who did you have to fight? The locals?
The ship.
The ship. You'll have to tell me this story.
You didn't see the big ship?
I heard
lurking on the
things, but
horizon?
I did not know what the sounds were. Let's go have a drink, and you tell me all about it.
Fine by me.
Get the stuff stowed.
Guys come out. Guys from the ship. Our half orc and our other guys start taking your supplies, loading them into the ship where you want them to go. Two of the guys grab the iron chest, bring it on board. They go, "Oh wow, that's quite the loot, Captain. It's very nice."
We got to fight a whole ship for it.
Bring it down below.
They're probably going to be like, "Oh yeah, you normally do, yeah."
Raoul
Not knowing what we fought.
will suggest, hey, it is nighttime, Captain. I don't know what's up to you, but do you just want to rest here on the water for the night, set out in the morning, have some drinks, have some food?
We are on a tight timeline. We do have to be back by solstice. You guys can drink, and I will stay up if that's what we want to do.
Hey, that's a good deal. We'll see you later then, Captain. I'll bring you some drinks. He goes below. They go down to the kitchen area where Shoju's cooking and Emiko's handing out drinks, keeping the men well fed and drunk.
Like we have a tavern on the ship.
She's got a little tavern on the ship. Jackson takes the ship back up into the sky for the night. You guys are going to get an 8-hour rest to take away any hurt that you got today. And you'll fly for the next while. Over the next while, you're doing exactly what you were doing when we first set out, but we're going to be more in Arctic at this point. We're going over snowfields. We're going over snow forests.
I will start to take the watch a little bit more since I've got forest and Arctic as my preferred terrains, just so I can scout some stuff out from the ship. Plus, I know the Elven lands a bit. So.
Okay. All right, start taking some watches up on the ship and whatnot. I assume same thing. Same guys here and there are on the ship. One morning, it's a nice frosty morning. You're up there taking a watch, walking around.
It's a nice frosty morning, isn't it?
Got the frost of your breath as you're walking around, looking out. You got the mountains coming up on your right, forest below. You know you're nearing the Elven lands and whatnot. In the morning, we know Kylope's up there. Got Jackson probably up there, guiding the ship. Anybody else anywhere special?
I've by now also switched into my
Arctic gear?
My Arctic gear.
Got your cold weather gear. What do we got Branthrin doing?
I am drinking some ale on the top of the ship.
Nice. All right. Nice morning. Taking a nice early drink. Liquid in
Breakfast
your
of champions.
liquid in your cup, nice and cool. Being up high and in the Arctic lands, don't have to do much to keep it cold as you drink it, having a good time. What about Brackett?
Brackett's probably just going to be still working on his notes on improving the ship functionality. He'll be below deck right now.
Could be below deck. What about Stain?
Stain is gonna continue his little adventure of stealing random trinkets and stuff, trying to build up his little nest that he's now created out of sheets and bed the items. It's got a few spoons lining the outside. It's looking pretty cool now.
Nice. All right, Stain, you're collecting your items. You come up on deck. You see everybody doing their various tasks. Give me a perception check.
Okay. That is a 6. I don't even know that they're there.
Never mind. Moving on. Kylo, give me a perception as you're out for the day doing your stuff.
That would be an 18 on the roll plus a plus 5, so 23.
23. You're having a day on the ship. You're doing your walk around and whatnot. Up on the mast above, you see a bird has landed. Bird looks unnatural for this climate. Very colorful. A lot of very, very colorful feathers. Larger bird than normal. Takes a rest on the edge of your mast up there.
Does it? Do I know of any demon birds that it
You know,
could be?
you know of a lot of different demon birds, so this doesn't seem demonic to you. It doesn't seem like a demon per se in any
Boy,
you know.
Bird, what you doing?
Down from that, you twat.
I'm gonna mention it to Jackson. Take a look up there. You ever seen a bird like that in your sailing travels? It's not-
Perception of 7.
It's not common to the Elven lands. That's I'll tell you that much.
Or would you prefer a nature roll on that?
You can do a nature. Go for nature.
A 15.
Not bad. All right. Creature like this, odd, out of place, very colorful. Could be you. Might be handy in a lot of different situations. Maybe you could. Depends. If you want to hunt it, maybe you could take the feathers. Very useful
Could be your parrot friend.
in fletching.
Put it on your shoulder.
The
Eat crackers.
The colors could indicate different types of arrows. Maybe it'd be good for fletching. It has a uniqueness to it. Maybe be a magical bird of some type. Maybe something in there would work well in spells or.
All right, cast speak with animals. And talk to the bird. Hey, bird, what's going on?
All right.
Are you lost? Do you need assistance?
You guys do speak with animals. It's not failed you before. It probably hasn't failed you now. But no response comes forth.
Are you hungry, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
We got food down below.
Branthrin, give me a perception roll.
Give the bird a map.
Give the bird a map. Perception. I got a 10.
10. You're drinking your drink on the side of the ship. You can hear something back a little bit. These guys are talking to a bird. Finding it ridiculous. You're looking out over the side of the ship. When in the air, before you, not in the path of the ship, just off to the left, but very close to the ship, you notice the air itself disturbed as it starts to move and almost shake around. Check your eyes a couple times. You know, maybe it's what you're drinking, blurring your vision or whatnot, screwing with you. You swear for a second you can see a tower, a stone tower on a little dirt island floating in the middle of the air. Kind of goes in, goes out, comes back, goes out, comes back. You see what looks like a dwarf. But instead of a beard of hair, he has a beard of what looks like white blowing wind.
I'm gonna. Is there snow around? Like, is there any snow on the ship?
Yeah, it'd be a little bit of snow on the ship.
Like enough to make a snowball?
Sure.
I'm gonna make a snowball and throw it at
At who? Who are you throwing at?
at you.
At me?
Yeah.
Do I
You
get to
get your
dodge?
attention. You get your attention.
Not even paying
Did a
attention.
surprise-
You're like,
Did a
hey,
surprise attack?
hey, bird. All of a sudden, snowball hits you in the side of the face.
Hey, are we under attack?
And then
going on?
I'm just gonna kind of motion him to come over.
Give me a. All right, I'm keeping my eye on the bird. I'm moving over.
All right. Walk over. Looking at Branthrin, he threw a snowball at you.
What are you throwing snow at me for?
Do you see that?
I see the bird. You see the bird up there? It's a pretty bird.
No. Don't worry about the bird. Look it out here, and I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna point towards what I'm seeing. I see, and kind of explain what I saw.
You see, Branthrin's hand goes out, and he's kind of like this until he can kind of pick out the center. He's been drinking. You look over there, and you don't see anything at first. And
Watching his little twitching, alcohol-soaked sausage fingers pointing at the ship. What,
You're
what are we
about-
looking at here?
You're about to look
Am I
back
seeing
at him and like, yeah, what the hell are you looking at?
Am I seeing anything here?
All of a sudden, this thing kind of materializes. You see a large tower on a little dirt island. Kind of goes down to a point of dirt on the top of some grass, just floating in the air there.
What's that? What's the wizard called that stopped the moon?
White crow.
Why, the White Crow's ghost? What the hell is that thing? Do you see that? Is that what you're pointing at?
Yes, that's what I was trying to.
When he saw it, the doors closed, and there was a dwarf out front with a beard that kind of looked like it was made out of this white blowing wind. You don't see that, but you see the door itself is open on this tower, and nobody's there.
You see the doors open?
Mm,
You think we could land on it? I think we should land on it.
that's a lot of questions for a guy who's been drinking.
Take
Man,
another
you're
drink,
talking
it'll prick
really fast. Hold on one second.
Just seen an invisible island show up. It's out of nowhere, and a strange bird.
Hold on. And then Brantham's gonna down his drink.
Yes, that will improve things. Hold on, I need to be drunker to
Down-
assess the situation properly.
Downs his drink, gives his head a shake. Island's still there. No dwarf. Doors open.
I'm gonna say, hey, Jackson, come over here.
Jackson will stumble on over.
All right. You're like, what? The bird. Make your way over.
Yeah. The bird's great, but look, this is better. Look out there.
All right. You look out there, you see the same thing.
We'll get
see
you the
this
bird.
tower.
Don't worry. He's gonna be yours. He's your friend. So.
Multi-story stone tower, top of which covering clouds. Bottom has a door open. Single tree growing on the dirt hanging out of this thing, sitting in the middle of the air, floating.
You ever seen
I'm
that
guessing
before?
that I don't see many details of that, given that I rolled a 10 on perception.
I didn't roll perception. Was I supposed to?
You see the big things, not the small things.
Well, I had a big perception earlier though.
Looks like a tower.
Yeah, floating in the air. Kind of like what we're doing.
Yeah, don't like other things being in the air.
The door's open too. You think there might be loot in there? You want to check it out?
Give me a second. Jack's gonna turn around and shout up to the bird in Primordial. What's your fucking deal?
It'll go quack and then fly. Just boof, doof,
Did I
fly off.
Did
and
I
away.
understand what it said?
Just chirped, made noise.
Oh, just chirped.
Yeah, we can go look at this.
All right, halt the ship.
We're gonna tether the ship to this island.
Or we could moor it to the island. This
Hmm.
tower that's floating in the sky seems to be phasing in and out, he said.
Yeah.
You think the ship will phase in and out?
Only one way to find it.
Make your way ever close to it.
While him and the crew are getting us moored up, I'm gonna go retrieve the rest of our fellows downstairs.
All right. Kylo makes his way down to various patrons upon the ship. What are you saying?
Well, first I'm gonna tell Brackett that there's a floating island that we've run into that isn't normally here. We could use your sagely advice on it, maybe.
I'll come up.
All right.
I'm gonna like poke around in the pile of trash that's in the corner, trip over a couple of the spoons and see if I can find stain. What is this mess? Is it you in here?
See pretty much a hamper of dirty clothes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not here.
All right, I'll come back later.
Yay.
Wait, no, you're here. I hear you. Get out here.
Oh.
We found something.
Staying Jarlo is just like gonna emerge from the pile of the clothes and stuff. It just looks like almost like the pile itself is just standing up.
It's with all the junk.
It's cool stuff I found. I thought I'd make an outfit like you guys have.
You see this thing right here with all this sauce on it? This was Brantron's like napkin the other night when he was eating the chicken wings.
I'm
Makes no sense to me. What's chicken?
And that
We
thing
have a
stuck
few
to
of those back home.
And the thing that stuck to the back end of you there, it looks like a broken mead glass that Brantham threw at the wall the other night too.
Yeah, I found a lot of Brantham's stuff from the other night. He makes a lot of messes. We should probably talk to him about his problems.
And the stuff sticking out of your head that looks like hair, it's straw from the frickin' the animal cages.
I thought it was cool. I wanted to have something like what you have, and like a pseudopod is gonna stretch out from underneath a shirt into not fully out, so like the sleeve's gonna dangle, pointing towards your hair.
Very nice. Get on the deck.
Yay!
Leave some of that trash behind.
No.
I picture he's got like cans tied to him, like falling behind him.
Just full of junk. He's a walking trash heap. Make your way up on deck. Everybody who's coming. And you can see this tower. It looks like it's substantially here now. It doesn't seem to be phasing back and forth anymore. It seems to be quietly sitting there.
Did we see the rest of the surroundings that we're in before?
Surroundings are all still there. Mountains are still on your left. Or right, sorry. Forest is still below. Moon's still in the sky.
Jax is gonna toss a coin onto this island.
Flick a coin over and onto the island. Seems to hit the grass.
I don't trust natural disappearing islands.
I wonder why.
You
Seems
go
to
in
be
one
there.
cave, end up in someone else's world.
Throws the coin across. Looks pretty solid. Hasn't been phasing or moving.
Has
Since
the
you went
crew
below.
put down the plank yet? The gangplank?
Gangplank's down.
I'll
Uh,
go out and look around.
Raoul will come over. You'll be like, "Are you sure about this?
Or are we sure of anything?
Trusting towers and stuff like that, Captain."
We've had a lot of trouble with towers before. I know.
I had trouble climbing up a tower once. Fell off a bit.
That wasn't even a tower.
That was a siege tower.
It was a siege tower.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the edge of the gangplank and just kind of touch the soil with my foot.
I give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
I give you another one of the elixirs. It does the same thing the last one did.
Oh, thanks. How many days has it been since we left the last battle?
It is the next day.
It is the next day? Okay, so there's just one. I was gonna say, if there's a few of those, distribute them around.
They're good for a day. I can do one a day unless I'm sacking spell slots.
No, I know, but if it had been like a couple days, you'd have a couple,
They
right?
expire at the end of
No.
the day.
Oh, they expire at the end of the day?
They're good for a day.
Oh, you didn't say that before.
Like good
Good thing I
berry.
drank it. Alright. Anyways, so I go down to the end of the gangplank and just kind of touch the soil with my boot.
All right. Seems solid.
Seems solid?
Seems like everything's there. You look over the plank at the edge of the island, the grass and the dirt, it's just kind of hanging off. It goes down and possibly long, of course, to the ground below. Seems solid. Just don't go near the edge.
Alright, I'm going to step fully onto the
Alright.
soil and kind of just do a little check the footing, you know?
Jump off to a little dance. It'll
Hold on,
Make sure
hold on.
it's
You
solid.
jumped off and you didn't like get tied off or anything. You just thought, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see a crossbow in sight. I'm good.
Yeah.
There's a giant crossbow on the front of the ship.
Eh, it's a ballista. It's a different thing.
Looks pretty solid. You're standing there looking back
gonna
at
be
the
hard.
ship.
Our new symbol for our party is a giant crossbow.
All right, I
It's-
will
it's
join.
solid. You
I
guys
will
can come
jo-
down on it. Come on down.
I will join him.
All right. Brantham
Thanks.
makes his way across.
Just careful, Brantham. That first step, don't look down.
Stain's gonna jump from the ship and try to splat onto the tower's wall.
Ooh, acrobatics.
Splat, what do you mean? Go down to your gooey form?
No, not go down to my gooey form. Just kind of land touching the wall, so then he can use his monk movement to keep running on it later.
Okay, you have to go pretty far because you're gonna have to jump from the ship across the gangplank, across all the grass, and up to the tower.
The tower's not right here.
Not right there.
How far is that? Because if it's like really, really far, then I'm not gonna bother making a jump.
Yeah. 6, 9, close to 90 feet.
Don't do it.
Now that I'm being told not to do it, it makes me really want to. I'm gonna walk
You
closer
also
to
shoot.
it.
I don't have a way to pick you back up.
I'm gonna walk closer to it. Well, run. Stain's gonna like basically push past everyone excitedly.
All right. Your idea. Let me just get the idea correct. You're gonna go through the grass and then you're gonna jump to the side of the tower to put your feet on it.
Put my feet on it and then start running up it.
Okay, fair.
Like
All right.
Spider-Man.
I mean, you could do it, so he will do that. All right. You see Stain do that in the distance. You and Branthorn make your way across.
Are we sure about this guy?
You know what? Even if we told him to leave, he'd still hang around.
Oh, I know. He'd end up being in your pocket or under your mead barrel or something.
No, he wouldn't be under. He'd be in the meat barrel.
Just
Yeah,
just
we'd
doing it in there.
accidentally drink it.
It. Just call him it. Yeah, exactly.
All right. 2 of you are across. Stain's doing cartwheels. What do you guys want to do?
Anybody else coming?
Jackson is
Assume
gonna
we're all
warn
going to
the-
go.
All right. Make your way across.
Yeah, Jackson's just gonna warn the crew first to make sure to be ready to go in case things do go sideways.
Okay.
And if anything attacks, feel free to have to run if you have to.
All right. Raoul got the commands.
Are we bringing the twins with us?
Up to you. You tell me who's going.
Yeah, they're free to come.
Then they'll come. All right. Make your way across and over to this thing. What do you want to do while you're here? I'm going to let you go the way you want to go.
Sightsee. Is there a path that leads up to the
There's a little path.
tower?
Yeah.
What does the actual area look like? Does it look like it's a tower that was ripped from the ground, or does it look like it was built on this afterward?
Looks kind of like it was built on this. It looks like this was a large rock. Later on, had some dirt and foliage attached to it, and the tower itself looks anchored to it.
So the whole structure looks created rather than ripped from the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Bracket, do you know of any Bracket's from this world, right? You're not from somewhere else.
Correct.
Okay. Do you know of any people that would be able to do this and have the technology?
Knowledge, history, or arcana, DM?
Okay.
I'm asking
Give me Arcana.
Okay. 17.
17. The way it's set up, the material it's made out of, and how it's floating and everything, you kind of liken it to little islands that would be found generally in the elemental plane of air. That's where you've seen things like this in the past.
Okay.
Why it's here, don't know.
So I'll
And
share that information.
As he explains that to me, does that mean that it seems to be, because it was phasing in and out when we first saw it, does that mean that it could be traveling between here and the elemental plane of air?
It's a good assumption.
That's DM speak for that's exactly what's happening.
Damn,
Bracket
they
just gives
got
me
us.
Bracket just gives me a look. Like he didn't say anything after I asked that question.
Hmm. Yeah, that's about what you get.
Do you know? And do you know anything about these towers?
I just told you what I knew.
That's it. That is just an island from the elemental plane of air.
It's reminiscent of, right?
Okay.
This is what you'd
I don't
find.
know that's actually what it is, just that's what it reminds me of.
No stories or anything. No.
This ain't no bard.
I miss Clairville.
So,
So
how
let's
far are
head
we
up
from
to the tower.
tower?
Okay. Give me a marching order. Who's first, second?
I'll lead.
Okay.
I'll be second.
All right.
Jackson wants to see if there's any symbols on the door.
Technically, Stain will lead because he's already up there, stuck to the building.
Well,
Stain's
he-
gonna be on top of the building by now, I think.
I don't know. Who knows?
You're
He's
still running.
he's out of sight. We don't even know where he is. He's somewhere on the side of this thing running around.
Boing, boing. He's just bouncing all around.
Actually, we could all get back in the ship and leave. You're staying here.
Come on, Stan.
No. Let's check it out. We're here. We might as well check it out.
Jackson, give me that perception on the door.
Is the door still open?
Door's open.
18.
You guys are kind of making your way inside. He's looking at the door. He's got an 18. You see the imprint of a hand with stars inside of it, kind of etched into the outside of the door.
I'll put my hand on it.
Okay. Kind of put your hand on it, size it up. It seems about the same. Nothing else reacts.
Is the interior lit?
Interior is lit. Walking in, you, Kyloke, and Branthrin see a circular room. Staircase to the next level along the left wall. Colorful tapestries. Blue with white designs on them hang in a circle around the center of the room. Around a table in the center of the room. To the right, stacks of books, piled up papers are all littered about. And there's some rugs on the floor.
You see there's
Pictures on the
tables?
wall.
There's some tables.
And there are pictures on the wall or tapestries?
Tapestries.
Do they relay any kind of scene or anything, or is it just the blue and white, like a banner, like an emblem or banner of a house?
This is what you see when you first go in. If you move in towards the table at the back and the tapestry is kind of circling around it, you look at that. You can see elemental symbols drawn upon it. 3 lines curled up at the end depicting wind. Brethren, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna look around at the books to see if there's anything of interest,
Okay.
book-wise or anything else.
Make your way over and look look at the books on the far right. You see most of them have to do with herbalism and poison crafting.
Sorry, you cut out. What was?
Oh,
sorry,
I
what
cut
was
out. Make your way over there and you'll see that the books have to do with herbalism and poison crafting.
You see there were other doors in this room, or just the stairs that go up to another level?
There's stairs up to another level.
No side rooms.
Not currently that you can see.
I'm gonna not yell, but I'll explain to Bracket what I found. And
Bracket
ask
be
if he's,
definitely would be interested in those books.
Bracket is
Did you
make,
tell-
yeah, go ahead.
Did you tell any of us that you saw the dwarf?
I told you.
Because I did not see him. Remember?
No, I told you what I saw at the beginning,
Okay.
and you just thought it was nuts.
That's
You thought I was
wrong.
just drunk.
Yeah.
So you have no idea.
Jackson's gonna take a look at one of these books. He's gonna look at the cover and then look at the spine. Does it have an author's name on there?
Ooh. Oh. Let's see.
I had to find a way to ask the DM for
What
a
the
name.
name is? Yeah. What's the
That's
name?
the next step level of what's the name?
That's a good one. That's a good
Got him.
one. Oh.
Got him.
The DM's currently pulling out our random fantasy name generator.
Yeah, that's what he needs. But then he's got to remember that name.
There with an easy button.
Write it down and remember who that person is in case we ask for him again.
His name is John Smith.
It's John Smith. He's
Name's
the
John
writer.
Cena.
That's John.
His
gonna
name was
pull
the
out-
generic name.
Uh,
I mean, we do have an orc named Batista.
that's true. That's
We do,
true.
yeah,
That's true.
His name is just NPC, just blankly NPC.
It says-
NPC.
It says written by the author.
No,
by the
there'd be,
artist. By the artist formerly known as the author.
these books themselves would just be very, very basically done. Have no credited names upon them. Jackson and Brackett, give me perceptions as you're looking through the books.
That's the wrong button.
14.
14.
Give me a second. I closed my character sheet. 5.
Okay. Brackett, amongst the papers in the books and that, you find 2 sheets of paper which look like spell scrolls. You can see one is
Candy.
entitled Cloud Kill, the other Stinking Cloud.
Okay.
Damn stinking cloud.
I'm busy looking for something else. I've turned to the first page to see if there's a name written in there.
Yeah, he's not letting it go, eh? He wants to find those names. Wow.
His name is Jeff.
Jackson looks genuinely tired because he has not slept.
All right.
You look at
Find
more
the
and more haggard with blue tinting to you.
We have somewhere to be. We didn't go to bed.
He did not sleep. Oh, you slept for 8 hours.
Some of us
No,
slept.
Jackson did not.
Oh, Jackson did not.
piloting
He
the
found
ship.
Jackson stayed up and had some drinks while piloting the ship.
So he's got a point of exhaustion.
Yes.
Nice. All right. In the book, you will find the name Lyrd. Lurd.
Which means nothing to Jackson because he's not from this world.
It's not from this world. However, this is a person who has written the book. Kylok, you were over near the table looking at the tapestries. The tapestries all seem to point to an element here in their design. They seem to be talking or depicting magical School of Wind kind of thing, like, or not School of Wind, but like magical focus on wind. You guys are looking at the books over in the corner. We'll have the twins move about the room as well, looking around various things. Anything else of note?
Is there any personal belongings here other than like books and scroll, like things of other than things of knowledge?
Little trinkets here and there. There's some
Like no dinner plate or a goblet or.
There's no dinner plate or food or
maybe
anything
a,
here at the
Maybe
time.
a sweater hanging on the back of a chair is green and kind of blending into the background.
I'm gonna look around for that dwarf. Is there anything that I can see that dwarf or dwarven anything?
Are they Littleman chairs?
Kind of make your way away from the books and further into the room as you're looking around. You start hearing something upstairs. You hear footsteps, very quick, very fast-paced, as if running, but somebody small, somebody light. Before you know it, they're over on the stairs.
Okay.
Got your
I'm gonna-
attention? Yep.
I'm gonna. Is there anything to throw at Kylok again?
Hey!
You have a hammer for a reason.
Yeah, you see a green sweater nearby hanging on a peg on the wall.
I'm gonna toss that over his way to get his attention.
All right, throw it over at Kylo, right over his head.
I know where it's coming from this time, so I look over to him. Will you stop throwing things at me? What do you want?
And then I'm just gonna point. I'm just gonna point to my ears like someone's here. I'm
Okay,
gonna
so is
point
the-
towards the stairs.
Are the stairs closer to where he first heard the noise?
Stairs on the left-hand wall. He was over on the right-hand wall. He started moving more to the center of the room, but south near the front door. You're north near the back table, kind of thing.
But the sound was coming from upstairs, and now he's coming down the stairs, or it's going up another set of stairs above that?
No, it's coming down.
Coming down the stairs. Do we
So-
see anything?
It was on the floor above you, and then it started coming down the stairs. Yeah, you look over as Branthrin is pointing that way or looking that way, and you see a pair of legs, a small pair of legs, start running down the stairs. Before you notice it, a small hobgoblin girl, looks in her 20s, starts running down the stairs, wearing a simple kind of robe with a little wand. She looks down at you guys almost in shock
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
and yells, "Intruders!"
I speak to her in Goblin, like, hey, we're not intruders. The door was open. Just
My green sweater!
oh, is this yours? Here.
Kind of readies her wand. Looks like she's ready to attack, but she's looking at everybody down there, doesn't know what the hell's going on, how you got
Does
in
she
here, why you're
understand the
here.
goblin?
She understands the goblin. Perfect.
Okay.
Ask her. I'm gonna say to him. Ask her if she knows the dwarf
Do you,
that I
have,
saw.
do you have a dwarf around here, other than the one standing next to me, that lives here? My friend saw him.
The wizard?
Maybe, I don't know. Is he?
My master is a wizard. Are you here
Is
to
he
kill
dwarf?
him and take his riches, like the others?
Yes.
He's outside. He's not even there.
Is she speaking to me in Goblin?
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody else understand Goblin?
No.
Nope.
No. We my friend saw the tower and your master, I'm gonna say, standing out there, and the door was open, so we stopped. We decided to come in. See if all was okay.
She looks confused. How did you even get here?
The airship outside.
You are robbers. You are thieves. You're bandits.
Because we have an airship?
The other ones did.
Lots of
I'm gonna-
people have airships.
Give me a persuasion.
What is my persuasion? Okay, there. It is a 15.
15. She got an 18.
I'm not lying to her.
You're not
Oh, you're
lying.
trying to persuade her.
You're trying to
Oh,
persuade
okay.
her the other way. She knows you're not really lying. You could be telling the truth, but she's just not kind of having it right now. She's not being persuaded to do what you want type thing. Looks like, something's ready to go
Right.
down. You're on the edge of it.
Can I try to reassure her, but say that my goblin's a little rusty?
Everybody in the room right now can see this.
Is there a window that I can break through?
No, there's none. You're a mile away.
You're up on the roof.
Doing cartwheels on the roof.
You were just so overjoyed to get up there.
I try to break through.
So I guess we're gonna just freeze right here
Oh, yeah, we're going to end right there.
Yeah.
I figure that one out for next week.
with a diplomatic happenstance.
Whoa, burning hands.
Whoa.
All right, guys, awesome. It is midnight Eastern Standard Time, so we are done for the week. Thank you to everybody who came by. Anybody who's taking off for tomorrow, thank you for coming out and playing. We will see you next week, and keep up to date in the Discord as if we're playing or not playing. VODs can be found over on YouTube and or Twitch, where we are now. And we'll see if anybody else is on for D&D tonight to do a raid out. If not, then we will simply end her up. Or if anybody's got a buddy doing something.
Hey, everybody.
See you, man. Thank you for
See you,
coming out.
See ya.
Good night.
Plot
We're
points
just
gaming.
gonna
I see plot points.
post the Discord that our D&D group is in.
Yeah, throw that up in there as well.
If anybody wishes to join by, and I'm sure that UPM will have it in the notes for anybody checking out the podcast later.
Hey, there we go. We'll do that as well. Let's, you want to do plot points?
Yeah.
Let's do them. We like that.
The only other one I see going right now is Under the Pale Moon Gaming.
We're the only other one? Oh, my God.
Let me take a quick look here. Who else? I got Undying Breath playing Dungeons and Dragons,
Yeah, I've got them too.
and
Hi, Mick.
Kai Mick, is playing Frozen North,
Hmm.
episode 56.
Wow.
Plot Points Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
That was
And that's
the
it.
three I got.
right now, yeah.
What time's plot points end though? Doesn't he end at midnight?
Is that what happened last time we went
I
there?
think so. Let's try that other guy. Who's the guy at episode 56?
That was. Where'd he go? There's UPM Gaming. Oh, there it is. Kaimick.
Yeah, let's go see that. Oh, I remember this guy. Yeah. We've seen them before. All right, let's do that. We're gonna head out with a raid. We'll play
Hang
a
out for the raid.
final little movie here for our channel, and then we'll do that. Come back next Sunday, 9-ish Eastern Standard Time to midnight, and we'll do that. Movie time, boys. See ya.
See ya.
Oh,
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, but no one is immune. We all will